Welcome back to this ministry in the wilderness. Today in our gospel from Luke, the message is of faith. Faith is an ephemeral thing, as we all know. And it doesn't take that much of it, Jesus tells us. Now our hymn today is Morning Has Broken, number 8 in your 1982 hymnal. Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the world. Sweet the rain's new fall, sunlit from heaven, like the first dew fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness of the wet garden, sprung in completeness where his feet pass. A reading from Luke, chapter 16, verses 19 to 31. The apostles said to the Lord, "Increase our faith." The Lord replied, "If you had faith the size of a mustard seed, you could say to this mulberry tree, 'Be uprooted and plant yourself in the sea,' and it would obey you. Who among you would say to your slave who has just come in from plowing and tending the sheep in the field, 'Come here at once and take your place at the table'? Would you not rather say to them, 'Prepare supper for me. Put on your apron and serve me while I eat and drink. Later you may eat and drink'? Do you thank the slave for doing what is commanded? So you also, when you have done all that you are ordered to do, say, 'We are worthless slaves. We have done only what we ought to have done.'" Today, Jesus responds to a request from his disciples. They want him to do for them, increase our faith. Jesus responds, well, in the way that Jesus often responds. Not by giving them what they wanted, but by challenging them to change, to see things differently. Did he mean that the mulberry tree would magically be uprooted and walk by magic to the sea where it would then be planted? Just at the disciples' command, if they had faith? Nope. That would be a childish understanding of faith. With faith in the divine and the divine's faith in us, seemingly impossible things are possible. Jesus is responding, though, in a spiritual manner, but describing it in the language of the world. We are asked by the divine to increase love in the world, to take care of each other, and to make existence better. This is what he's referring to in his talk of slaves. We are expected to act in faith, because faith is freely given to us. Faith builds hope, sustains and comforts. Faith allows us to see the world as it could be seen, and perhaps should be seen. A great gift. A miracle more wonderful than a tree moving from hill to beach. More wonderful than walking on the moon. Faith allows us to perform one of the most incredible miracles: to forgive, truly. And from time to time, to love without condition. And it only takes the smallest amount of faith. I know many times I have felt hurt or resentful, and I couldn't imagine forgiving the person I felt injured by. Because of faith, I knew somewhere in my spirit that it was possible to reach a place where forgiveness would grow. When I have been in pain or afraid and thought that pain and fear would never end, faith allowed me to hope, allowed me to accept healing. And that faith starts out so small. And it, in fact, usually doesn't originate with us, but comes from the divine who has faith in us. Now, there is a song, a happy sort of song. I love songs. From the musical Annie. It's, "The sun will come up tomorrow. The sun will come up tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun." And it will. And it does. It's not something we hope for. It's something we know in our soul. The sun will come up tomorrow. However, while it will rise for most of us, those of us who pass from this existence will not see the sunrise. And those who dwell in the darkness of despair forget so often that the sun will shine again. Our faith in the continuation of existence, like the sun rising tomorrow, can give us comfort to face the unknown of death, to face the darkness we sometimes dwell in. It is this faith in the thing we know as God that lets us and helps us to carry on. And how do we know this God? We Christians know God through Christ and the teachings of Jesus. We know God through God's divine purpose, life, and love. We who follow the man from Nazareth have faith that we are loved and forgiven of all our shortcomings, all our trespasses, and so can be in right relationship with the Creator of all. And once that happens, when that happens, we are given the work of life to do. Share our faith with others. Join together in communities of faith, which is what Jesus came to foster. Not to build an institution, but build and foster a community of faith. Communities like choirs are more than just the individual voices. They create a blend of sound, a blend of love that's transcendent and rich, more than the sum of its parts. We who exist in the wilderness are called upon to share with others who dwell here. For we are not alone. Sing of our faith. Share our hope. Let everyone know that the sun will come up tomorrow. That each new morning breaks upon us like the first morning. Miracles are more wonderful than magic walking mulberry trees. Faith grows where love abounds, and hope and mercy are the fruits of its branches. Harvest your faith and share from your bounty, and you will be doing the work. Know that the one you have faith in has faith in you. God's kingdom will appear as if by magic out of the ordinary. It's marvelous. The magic is the love in the world. God's kingdom is the love in the world. This is my faith, and my faith for you. Amen. As usual, if you have found this homily beneficial, make sure to like and subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button below. I pray that this endeavor will be meaningful to you and that you will share your journey, your faith, with others. We may exist in the wilderness, but we are not alone here, rest assured. Leave a comment if you want, and come on back to this channel in the wilderness. I am yours in faith. Until next time, blessings to you all.